What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe outside in the great outdoors with a brand new member here.
How you doing? Gin Spirits, aka Chris Godfrey.
And also as I've found out, a close friend of EJay's there.
Oh yeah.
So I had to say kind of almost from the way he looked, especially a while ago. You would almost think he was EJay's little brother.
Yeah, for context, I shaved my head and yeah, it was dang near identical. I said, no.
I think the shaving of the heads is kind of becoming a trend.
Yeah, see, I was doing it before I saw other people start doing it, and then they did it, and I was like, okay.
Well, I will say one thing, it does save time.
I'm not the first, though.
It does save time on getting ready in the morning.
No, seriously.
Oh, yeah. So we're here, so basically, so y'all can, just like we did Janara and, everybody else, so I can get to know, what our new members like here before going into, future videos and stuff. So first question, with EJay, like, how'd you guys first meet there?
Okay, so we were in a play together called Zooming in the Sign, and we met at one of the practices whenever I first joined, so that was really cool. It's directed by Micah Thomas, also an amazing person. Yeah, just good people met there.
Real good. Oh yeah, and I remember I had actually went to that play too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first play I went to of his performance there.
Oh really? Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. Matter of fact, it was right after a fall festival that Sherry Gray had. That kind of that same week there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's some any brief moments y'all kind of had like through your acting together?
Yeah, I mean, I just think like we've had plenty of great conversations. Like after performing Zooming in the Sign, one time we went and had dinner at a restaurant nearby. That was really fun. Shared some laughs, some good conversations with a few of his friends actually. That was really nice. And then also getting to see him in his most recent play, a Soldier's Play, that was also like just a treat. I was like watching, and he bust out the guitar and started playing and singing. I was like, okay, EJay. I was like, bro, I didn't know he was playing, but he had just started learning for it, and really like did a great job. I was like, all right.
And the funny story is he wasn't actually required to learn it. He chose to do that on his own.
Well, yeah, that's cool.
Just to sort of add more to the character.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely brought it to life.
Yep. So speaking of music, when did you first start writing? Because I know you told me you like to write songs. So when did you start writing?
So I started writing around middle school initially. I wasn't writing like super often at the time, but I wrote a few songs back then. And then around like 2019, I started writing a bit more like proficiently and like consistently. So yeah, I just started then, and like once it took off, it was just like, yeah, I just kept writing, because I mean really I've been singing since I was a kid, so it's just always been there with me.
Kind of like me then, singing along with the writing and all that. Yeah. What was the inspiration of that made you want to write songs?
So the inspiration there was, I'd say initially, really just, again, because I'd already been singing all the time. That was, like, as far as I can remember, like, I was in, like, kindergarten, and, my teachers, they'd be, like, trying to lay everyone down for nap time. Oh, yeah. And they'd be like, all right, guys, it's time to take a nap, and I'd be like, okay, and then, like, go to sleep. But, like, my mom would get this call from them, and she's like, what, is Chris in trouble or something? And they're like, no, he's the sweetest kid, but, like, every time we try to, like, take a nap, he's, like, very polite about it. He lays his head down, and then the next few minutes later, he's singing to himself. Oh, and then we're like, hey, Chris. In your sleep, yeah, we're like, well, I was awake, but I just, like, wouldn't actually, like, go to sleep properly because I'd lay down and then just, like, get back to singing, and then they'd be like, hey, Chris, it's time for a nap, and I'm like, okay, lay back down. 5 minutes later, singing again.
We can't stay mad because you're so polite about it. Like you just say.
Yeah, like the singing's just been there with me from the start, and you know, Bruno Mars was like definitely like one of the earlier influences that was just someone I really, you know, loved. And you know, eventually I found rock music, and that was kind of like a huge inspiration as well. I really fell in love with rock when I found it properly.
So yeah, I've heard of Bruno Mars, and especially that what that song? That's the big hit that he got. Motown Funk.
Yeah, Uptown Funk.
Yeah, Uptown.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama heard that song.
Yeah, see, I was listening to him back when it was Talking to the Moon and Grenade, and you know, it's a lot of great stuff.
Oh man, just something to add to what you mentioned about Bruno Mars.
Mm-hmm.
They made a parody of his song for the Avengers.
Oh, what?
Ultron Funk.
Bruh. Oh, dude.
And Ultron dressed up like Michael Jackson.
Oh, but that's funny.
Yep. So, in the midst of writing songs, was there ever a time that you wrote stories?
Yeah, I mean, I write stories still. I've been writing stories since I was in middle school. At least like working on writing stories and whatnot. Yeah, I had like this, essentially like the story that I started writing then is like, it was kind of like a prototype, which I didn't realize it at the time. It was really like, I was invested in that story at the time, but eventually it, you know, I kind of like moved on from that story and realized it ended up becoming like serving as a prototype for the story that I'm working on now, so.
Okay, so a little something on the side with the songs there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how far do you plan to go in writing and performing your songs?
Honestly, as far as it'll take me. Like, I just love singing. I love music, and like to me, I'm a person that lives outside of the box, not inside of the box. And like performance is like one of those things that allows you to just like be yourself and you know, show up as you are in a way. Like, you know, not to say that people don't have stage personas and stuff and like things like that, but I think like to me, being able to like speak to the crowd through my music is something that I, you know, really enjoy. So really, like, as long as I can do it and to whatever extent that I can do it, I love to do music, and that
kind of go with the flow where it clicks.
yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, I can't really like control what the future brings or anything. You know, I don't know for sure what it brings, but like, you know, I definitely love to follow it through as hard as I can. Ain't that the case?
So, what can you tell the viewers briefly about, you know, the writing that you're in with EJay?
Oh yeah, so the Pin Drip Parlor, it's really cool. We just get together and kind of like critique each other's stories. We try to give, you know, some positive feedback and, you know, some healthy like criticisms as well. You know, not to be mean about each other's stories in any way, but like, you know, really just to give some constructive criticism that can like build up, you know, like how we bring our stories together and whatnot. So it's like, you know, maybe someone else can like see a perspective on the story that we couldn't see. And being able to give that criticism can, you know, it's something that you can either take and like run with, or it can be like, you know, I'm still fine with the way I do things, and like, you know, it's all up to the person at that point. But you know, it's all in love, you know.
Kind of give more viewpoints of the way the stories go.
Exactly, and especially when like some of the writers there like have, you know, less experience, and some of them just like have a ton of experience in it. So it's like, you know, especially a lot of the writers with a lot of experience and whatnot can really help to like build up the people who are like still like kind of learning as they go, which I would 100% be one of those ones that's still learning in a lot of ways. Being as I have a lot of time that I've been working on stories, but I still haven't actually like finished my story yet. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, that's one thing about it, you know, and then even no matter how much experience a person gets,
yeah,
you know, it's always something that they can grasp from, you know, Oh, right. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know how you said the student should pass the teacher.
Yeah.
Sometimes a newbie might have something that helps an experienced writer.
Well, yeah, that is the case. Like, there are definitely plenty of times where like some of the people that are like newer to writing give like good critiques as well, and that's definitely not out the window by any means. Because I mean, the thing about being a newer writer is you probably have a more simplistic view in a certain way.
And then you're probably observing other people.
Yeah, so like a more advanced writer might be a lot more technical about how they write, and the newer writer might see that and be like, hey, like maybe there's a way to like make this a bit more like fluid and stuff in certain ways, or who knows, it's like there's plenty different perspectives, and
I know my mom.
And every writer is different too. So
I know my mom. She gives me a lot of when she proofreads me and Christina's stories. Different stuff. Like one of the biggest critiques that she has, over-explaining stuff.
Ah, yeah.
It's like, look at the wait, that's too much. Then we get to the point.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Okay, so last question. Are there any goals that you want to accomplish in the future?
Oh, definitely. I'd say first pulling a band together would be a dream come true. I mean, I've done it before, but like kind of getting one together that I can like play locally with, and like kind of take as far as we can go. That would definitely be the dream. As well as like getting my first book out, being able to work on books after that, and I guess like in that just a step of like really like consolidating kind of like the higher like goal of the stories and whatnot, because I have an idea of where I want to take it in many ways, but then at the same time just kind of making it more concise and like getting that a more like clear and distinct future vision for it is kind of that would be the thing that helps me get to that point of getting the first book out, and then really just being able to pump things out more consistently from there.
Okay. So just kind of going a little bit further.
Yeah.
I mean, the band you mentioned.
Yeah. So going further with both, with the writing for stories and making my music. I love to get some singles out. Get an album out pretty soon, because I have so much music that I've already written and whatnot that I really want to like see translated into like full songs, and and songs that are actually put out there for the public and whatnot. So that's who it's all for in the end.
Okay. And I might not go, let's say with just you personally, I know something I might that I think I share with you after we finish recording, that may could possibly help with that there. So is there anything else that you wanted to add there to that?
Honestly, just glad to be here. Glad to be working with you, Gabe.
I guess let's say short, as they're saying, short, sweet, and to the point there. Yep, well, that's what we got on our new member. Like I said, hope to have you some collabs in the future, stuff
that'd
like
be
that.
fun.
Maybe like I say, just like how like we had videos of you can talk about some of the places, and maybe you even have you might come on and talk about hey, I want to tell you about this new single here.
That'd
like
be
that. Yeah. So kind of to really expand about our members there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So with all that said there, that's pretty much it. We got all we got. And make sure y'all we're definitely gonna have more coming. Y'all make sure to like, share, and subscribe so y'all can be notified when it happens, and get our available books. Support us on the Patreon, just like Iceman Universe does, and check out his stuff there for supporting us. And also definitely support the Miracle Crew. Yours truly, King Gabe, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nellens, our new member, Chris Godfrey now.
Yes.
And EJay the Supreme. And also, definitely hang out with us on the live stream, Discord, Facebook, and we can tell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And without further ado, we'll see y'all in the next video or live stream.
Oh yeah. See y'all soon.
Take care, everybody.